My name's Mike Archer, and as of a few days ago, I've been fire watching from my tower in the Wyoming woods. What I thought would be an easy 5 months to myself to help me focus on my writing has actually turned into something completely different. I've heard some strange things in the woods and over my radio, including creepy whispers and classical music.
Are you sure you weren't dreaming?
That's Amber. She's in Tower 3. I'm in Tower 4. She relays all my information to the ranger station since I'm too far out. She's a nice person, but she doesn't believe the things that I've heard. I wasn't dreaming, Amber.
Well, I didn't hear anything last night. I slept like a toddler after a sugar crash.
Well, something strange is happening out here.
Like what?
I don't know.
Tower 4 is a new series by Seven Lamb Productions. This thriller follows a new fire watcher as he tries to uncover the mysteries of the Wyoming woods. But are there actually strange occurrences, or is he starting to go stir-crazy? Visit 7lamb.com or search for Tower 4 wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Will There Be Cake? I'm Robert Lamb. With me, as always, Amber Simpson.
What up, what up?
And we would like to introduce our trumpet-having guest, Zane Bowman.
What's up, guys?
Woo woo.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Good to be back.
Damn,
It's
it's
been
been
a while.
a long time.
It has.
Do you remember your last episode that you're on?
No.
I don't.
No.
Because I don't.
No, we did them out of order, so I don't even know.
That's true. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Now we do them in order because
Because we're always so behind.
Yeah. But you weren't just singing a random tune over there.
Yes, I was.
Okay, never mind. Amber Simpson, what are we celebrating?
Today is Alfred Hitchcock Day.
Wait a
Whoa,
second.
Hot damn.
What are the
Hot
odds?
damn.
Damn.
That was from his television show.
Mm-hmm. Alfred Hitchcock
I didn't
presents.
watch that at
Yeah.
all. Was it
It's
good?
really good. I
That's
still
good.
watch it from time to
So
time.
it's just like,
It holds up.
It's like short.
short stories? Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of Twilight Zone-ish, but not so sci-fi, more mystery,
Isn't it newer?
suspense.
Mr. No.
No? When did it
No.
come
It was
out?
like 60s?
Oh, wow.
It's
okay.
black and white still.
It
Oh,
might
wow.
be 50s,
Okay,
but
okay,
I
okay.
thought, I can't remember.
About the same time Twilight Zone was popping, because you'll see a lot of the same actors.
It might have
on
been
either
like
of them.
early 60s. Only because I'm thinking the 50s, he was directing a lot. And, I don't know.
mean,
though.
he was directing the show, too.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but he was directing a lot of movies, so I'm like wondering if he had time to do the show too.
Well, I mean, how
But
many
maybe.
podcasts do you direct at once?
A lot.
And you're no Alfred Hitchcock.
That's very
No
true.
offense.
I
might
want to
be.
be.
You gotta-
One day. I might
got-
be the Alfred Hitchcock of podcasts.
You got a few pounds to gain first.
That's true.
Speaking
and a few more
of-
mysteries, right?
You mentioned the birds in the last season?
In season
Of-
3 of Paralyzed.
Season 3, apparently.
That was Shane's favorite movie.
Yeah, and
'Cause it linked
they
into-
go to like the neighborhood, right, to see the
Bodega
house
Bay,
and stuff.
which also in End of All Hope, the characters at one point are going to Bodega Bay also.
Nice.
Just because
Wow.
I've been to Bodega
you
Bay.
really like the birds that much?
I like
Or
the
you
birds
just-
a lot. For some reason I chose Bodega Bay as like a cool, like, one because
It's a cool name.
End of All Hope is like a apocalyptic thing and it's not set in a big city. Like Bodega Bay is not a huge city or whatever, so I thought like that'd be like a cool area for like there to be like some quarantine zone kind of thing.
Right.
But when I did some research on it for Paralyzed, I found that it's really built up since obviously when the birds came out or whatever, which
Of
was
course.
63. And it's a lot. I guess the schoolhouse is still there from the movie, so you can visit the schoolhouse. But the jungle gym where the crows land in the movie is not there.
Oh.
That's what I read. I don't know if it's true because I don't think I've been there.
I mean, it probably got rusty and they had to take it down.
Maybe, or they might have just built it just for the movie too. It might have never been there.
Oh,
Had
that's
too much bird poop on it.
Yeah, probably.
Deteriorated the metal.
They had a lot of crows on there. So Alfred Hitchcock
Alfred Hitchcock.
is
Alfred Hitchcock.
that
Alfred
crazy guy.
Hitchcock.
He's honestly probably my favorite director.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love Spielberg. I love Fincher. I love the Coen brothers. I love Billy Wilder. But Alfred Hitchcock, just like his best movies are like just instant classic. Like, they were just instant classics. And then not only that, is even his lesser known films are really good, and I'm surprised those aren't really considered classics.
Yeah, and they hold up too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they're not like for me, there are some older movies that like it's hard for me to show people because I feel like they're just going to lose interest. But like with Alfred Hitchcock, most of his stuff still holds up. But he also doesn't have like crazy special effects that date over time.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
true. That's true.
Which helps. But yeah, no, one of my favorite movies of his is Notorious with Cary Grant and Ingrid Bergman, and it's like,
I don't know if I've seen that one.
yeah, that one's so good. Claude Rains is in it. He's the bad guy.
Wait, what's it called?
Notorious.
Oh, Notorious.
Not
I thought
to
you
be
were saying it's Notorious.
Oh, it's Notorious. This movie I'm about to say. No, the movie is called Notorious. It's really suspenseful and it's really unique in the way they present their villain. Like the villain actually like has a heart and like actually cares for like this woman who's like playing like a spy on like trying to find him because he's like an ex-Nazi.
1946.
Yeah, it's really good. And Cary Grant, I just like him as an actor. And Cary Grant apparently was Alfred Hitchcock's favorite actor too that he worked with because he used to refer to
a bunch of his movies.
I was going to say, isn't he in a lot of them?
But he referred to his actors. Alfred Hitchcock referred to actors as cattle or sheep, where he just said like just do your lines. Like he didn't really like he always wanted to work with like big actors, but he like sometimes jokingly didn't have like a lot of respect for them. Even Jimmy Stewart, like who was in a decent amount of his films, like The Man Who Knew Too Much, The Rear Window, like and Vertigo.
Vertigo.
But for some reason, Alfred Hitchcock still liked Cary Grant more. And actually, Jimmy Stewart wanted to be in North by Northwest. And Alfred Hitchcock's like, no, you're too old. Like, I want somebody that's younger and more handsome. So that's cool. But he also, like, he has a reputation for kind of treating his certain cast members not too great.
Oh, no.
Like Tippi Hedren, he was kind of mean to her throughout The Birds. But she started another movie with him, too. So I don't know. I don't know how bad it was.
She probably respected his talent, at least.
Yeah.
So he was born in August, and I couldn't find any reason why today is Alfred Hitchcock Day. I don't know if there was a movie that came out of his on the March 12th, but the websites that I did research from don't know why today is Alfred Hitchcock Day.
Did you say Hitchcock?
Hitchcock's Day.
Hitchcrock.
They should make Crocs that are Hitchcocks and like just have like his face on the
Alfred
front.
Hitchcock.
His profile, his nose.
Yeah. chubby front.
But he was born in London in the 20th century, grew up in a Catholic family with a childhood that he described as lonely and sheltered. He I guess was forced by his mother to stand at the front of her bed as punishment, and that was made its way into some of his films.
He had a weird thing with like moms in his movies. If you
Obviously,
watch all
his
of
mom
his
sounds
movies,
weird as shit.
I mean, besides Psycho, which is the obvious one, but there are like mothers are like a big part of his movies. There's a mother, overbearing mother in Notorious. There's an overbearing mother in North by Northwest. There's like it's weird.
He obviously had some mommy issues.
He also was scared of cops. He was always worried about like law enforcement and stuff.
Weird.
And
was he always doing bad things?
No, I don't know. I read an interview with him. It was Francis Truffaut or whatever, who's a French filmmaker, interviewed him about all his movies in the 70s. Like they went through every movie he directed, and Francis Truffaut like asked him like why are cops so scary to you? And I don't remember him really having an answer other than like he was just kind of scared of
the authority.
Yeah, maybe that kind of thing. And apparently at one dinner party,
I was gonna say, but he's from like he's British, right? Like,
yeah.
So aren't they even like less intimidating in Britain?
Maybe. I don't know. It's weird because he liked to play tricks on people, but they would be like really random things. And one dinner party Alfred Hitchcock was hosting, he had just a random guy in like a suit or something come in and just sit at a chair away from the table, like in the corner of the room, and just watched the table. And everybody like couldn't figure out like who this guy was, and it was like really weird. And people were talking about it. And then later on, they found out Alfred Hitchcock just paid that guy to come in and sit there. So like to pay him back, I think they hired like a cop to come in one time and stuff. And he said he like really freaked out.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He got into the British film industry as a title card designer for silent films, and then later became an assistant director and directed his first feature in 1925.
I don't know what it's called.
And by 1939, he relocated to Hollywood and worked on his first best-loved movie, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Which won some awards.
It won
right?
Best Picture.
Best Picture, yep.
He didn't win Best Director, though, I don't think.
Yeah, he's never won.
He never won, yeah.
Best Director. That's kind of crazy. But over his 60-plus year career, he directed more than 50 films, some of which no longer exist.
So a lot of them were like silent films, too.
From Rebecca onward, he made brief cameos in all 39 of his remaining films.
Wow.
And between 1955 and 1965 is when he hosted Alfred Hitchcock Presents, the Anthology series.
All right, so mid-50s to mid-60s.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a good show. I recommend.
I've seen certain parts of it, but I've never watched like all of them or whatever. I think I had like a DVD set that I bought like a while back. But yeah, I mean, all of his stuff, like I said, even his like worst movies, which a lot of people consider like after The Birds, he kind of went not downhill, but he never had like another big hit throughout the late 60s, early 70s. And I think his last movie was probably like 73 or maybe 76.
Yeah. Well, he worked. He died in 79, so he worked. He worked the whole time.
I think he
died in his sleep too.
That's a good way to go,
right? Yeah. Best way to go.
I'd be okay with that.
I'd be okay with that after our depressing episode yesterday about death.
Yeah, our Mortician Appreciation Day.
That's what you missed.
Yeah.
But Psycho came out in 1960.
Yep. It was the year after North by Northwest, which was a pretty big hit.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Psycho, that's probably my favorite.
Well, that's the thing is with Alfred Hitchcock, a lot of people consider him like a horror director, and he's not a horror director. He's only directed technically really 2 horror films.
But his horror ones are the most popular.
Well, Psycho and The Birds are the ones that most people, even if they don't know.
North by Northwest is...
Yeah, but that's not horror. That's like a thriller spy movie. Whereas like when people think of Alfred Hitchcock, I always heard people go like, they say Psycho or The Birds.
Right.
Which are like, yeah, those are like really good movies, but they're like, I mean, he wasn't a horror director. That was just like, you know, even those are like, I mean, they're good horror movies, but they're like more suspenseful too.
Yeah, I never really considered them horror movies.
Yeah, I mean, Psycho's always going to be on like the top horror list, but it's not. It's definitely more suspenseful. Mm-hmm. And same with The Birds.
Yeah.
And then like all his other movies are just mostly mysteries and suspense. But he had a way of building tension.
Right.
I think he was the one who said that when you're making a movie, if there's like a bomb on a train, you show the audience that there's a bomb on the train, but you don't show the characters that there's a bomb on a train, and that's how you build suspense. Basically, that's why you know that there's something about to happen, and you're trying to get off the train, but they don't know.
Right.
That's how you build the suspense.
Nice.
Which is kind of cool.
It seems like it'd be something like so easy and common sense, but it's not.
Yeah, but back then, I mean, movies were still. I mean, I guess movies were big, but yeah. He was like kind of the master of suspense, yeah.
Right.
And then not only that is I think he was the one who termed or coined the term MacGuffin.
Oh, really?
Wow. Which is
I'm not familiar with that one.
Which is
that's what the AMC theaters calls their bars or MacGuffins.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, MacGuffin is a thing that the characters in a movie are trying to get that doesn't really. It's just the driving force, whatever the driving force.
And there's
the
like
movie
little
is.
MacGuffin facts on all of our napkins.
Yeah, a lot. Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, a lot of people like consider
cool.
even like Pulp Fiction and stuff like that briefcase, like that's the MacGuffin, but like they never show you because it doesn't matter what's in it. It's just the characters are trying to get this briefcase to Marcellus Wallace or whatever it is. Like that's just the thing that's the driving force of a character throughout a movie.
Right.
So
he also like created some filming techniques, including the Jaws shot, commonly known as the reverse tracking shot.
Oh, nice. He didn't want to see Jaws. That hurt Steven Spielberg.
Oh,
Because Steven Spielberg was proud, and it was like a big movie. And they asked him, they asked Alfred Hitchcock if he saw the movie, and he said, "No, I don't want to see that fish movie."
oh, yep, you're right. He popularized the term the MacGuffin.
Oh, he popularized it. So
a
maybe he
name
didn't
for
make
the
it.
an item in a film that serves as a driving factor in the plot and the motivation of the character, but isn't actually significant in itself.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like
Such a weird word to come up with.
Yeah, I don't know why that was the one. The other thing is, have you ever seen Mel Brooks's High Anxiety, which is it's a comedy film that's based on all of Alfred Hitchcock movies, but it's a Mel Brooks spoof. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's not like when you
What's
think
it
of Mel
called?
Brooks, it's called High Anxiety.
I put it in my
play
watch list.
play on
Letterboxd.
Vertigo, but I think I have it on DVD.
High Anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one either.
Yeah, that one is Mel Brooks made it.
1977, Mel Brooks.
And Alfred Hitchcock went and saw it, and Alfred Hitchcock
Master
said he
of
liked
comedy
it.
takes on the master of suspense.
Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock said he liked it.
Doesn't have great reviews, but
It's not like Mel
doesn't
Brooks's
matter.
best, but it's. I thought it was pretty funny. He spoofs like Psycho and Vertigo, like all the big ones and stuff.
I mean, I know.
And the birds, they chase him and then like poop on them or something like that. Like it's just something stupid. But yeah, that one's a good one.
Nice. So yeah, obviously celebrate today
By
watching
watching.
some Alfred Hitchcock films or shows.
Definitely.
And have a cake, even though it's not his birthday.
Yeah, I tried to look
It's
up
cake day.
why.
Why it's today.
today.
I told you it's not a thing.
There's got to be a reason.
Let's see if this other...
I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, maybe it's like a movie release, like Psycho release or something like that.
What was maybe like his first movie release, or
Maybe.
You'd think someone would know,
is it
though.
when he passed?
No.
No. I
No.
don't know.
Maybe he just had a really good day on this day. when
This
he-
is the day. that-
Someone just decided they needed to celebrate him and was like, let's just do it today.
He's like, if I die, please celebrate on March 12th. And then that was it. It was like a rosebud moment. He just.
This website says it's not known why this day was chosen. Doesn't correspond with his birthday or his death day. I don't know.
Yeah, the day does not fall on Hitchcock's birthday or death day and is unclear. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Everything's saying it's unclear. That's weird.
It
Oh,
is
wait.
weird.
Could it be because March 12th is the anniversary of the television broadcast of his American Film Institute Lifetime Achievement Award ceremony?
That's a weird... Yeah,
He did
sure.
get a Lifetime Achievement.
Say
He
maybe,
got a star.
maybe this date's just a MacGuffin.
Yeah, it could be. It's just the
It's
driving force
the
for us
driving force
celebrating.
of the celebration.
I love
true.
it. Good one.
I'm good with that.
Yep.
That's fine. All right. Well, yeah, I guess watch an Alfred Hitchcock movie, any of them. There's a bunch of good ones. Watch his show. Watch him present his show. And then eat a cake.
Yes, faux show.
So celebrate that
Well-
that chubby director in all his glory and
Why
his
has he gotta be
contributions to because he was.
Too much cake.
yeah. That's why I want to be the Alfred Hitchcock of podcasts. So I'm going to eat the whole cake today, and then I'm going to write more mysteries.
Love it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Zane. And for Amber and for myself, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been a Seven Lamb production.